Okay, so I wanted to show exactly what features are working, kind of give you an overall picture of where I am with my app. First of all, you see here in the window, you see the starting on this is the main storyboard for iPhone. You see an app navigation controller as the starting point into the application. And immediately it loads this screen here, which allows either to create a login or to log into the application if they already have it. Okay, so if they need to create an account and they click on this, it will use a modal launch to bring this view up from the bottom of the screen. And the cancel button here will take you back to this screen over here. The submit would submit the username and password to the SQLite database and insert into the database. Right now this is very limited on how it is working, and I would run it, but I have one error that is preventing me from running it. The functionality is really limited on entering details here, but it is there and functioning. And in login, it's much the same way. If you hit cancel, it goes back to the main screen. If you log in, right now that functionality is not there. What I'm working on doing is just verifying that the database exists for user logins until I can work on more sophisticated method for authentication. So that's where the login is at. If they have already logged in and it is stored on the device, then it would go to a vehicle profile table where it lists out all the vehicle profiles, and then they could also add a vehicle profile if they would like to. Okay, and that is the login storyboard. This is specifically for the login process. Now, if I jump over to what I call the dashboard storyboard, this is following login what you will see as a user. I have a tab bar controller with 4 different tabs. Okay, once they have selected a vehicle, they will be shown the dashboard, which will be right up here, which will kind of give them a grand overview of how well their vehicle or vehicles are doing. Second is Diagnostics, and this is navigation controller, which right now it does nothing. It just displays that it's there. Eventually it will have the options here, the screens, to check for any error codes or to clear error codes. But that is where that is at right now. And then I have stats screen, which immediately goes to a navigation controller and just displays the stats title there. So that is all that's there for stats right now. And then we have the settings menu, a pretty standard settings menu with a custom cell layout with background and graphics and colors. So they can go to the profile manager or they can go about the app. So if we go over here and I go to about the app, this is going to be kind of the look for it. It's just going to tell about the app and where they can get more information. Eventually it might contain information about tutorials, FAQs, that kind of thing, but right now that's where it's at. The profile manager up here, or this one here that's blank, is going to be the profile manager where they can edit, add, delete anything about their profile. So this is where they're going to take care of that. And so I will, as that develops, I will add those screens onto that. And so right now the trick is tying these two storyboards together. To give you an idea of what it kind of looks like, this is prior to adding some of the login functionality. And this shows you the home, which would now be the dashboard as I've changed it. And then the diagnostics, it just goes to this screen here. Stats just goes to the screen here, and then settings goes here. Okay, and this is prior to adding in the detailed screens for these two options. So that's a walkthrough of where I am with the application. I've yet to pull data from the accessory device to tell me if there's an error code. As far as meeting my schedule, no, it's not matching up. There seems to be more here than the time allowed for the project. Doing the best that I can to stay up with everything, but trying to complete all this in the time allotted is not working well. So that gives you an idea of where I'm at with my application. I hope this has been useful, and I will talk to you again soon.